Why do you watch the Winter Olympics? Is it simply for entertainment? To watch high-level athletes compete for gold? To root for your country? Or to see new, unique sports? There are many compelling reasons to watch the Olympics, but what makes it memorable is the inspiration that it provides. The Olympics is a mainstream, wide-scale showcase of what humans can overcome individually and together, inspiring generations, showing the impossible come true.
5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Skater on the outside. Oh, and it's a lot of contact. Oh, they've all gone down. Bradbury is going to come through and win gold.
The 2026 Olympics was no different from the past, providing inspiring stories of athletes who overcame injuries, age, failure, and even a coma. This video will explore these athletes from the 2026 Olympics, showcasing what they overcame and how they earned something that no medal can replicate. Janine Flock became the first woman in Austria to medal in skeleton, winning gold by 0.3 of a second. Flock was winless after 16 appearances at either the Olympics or World Championships. One of the most devastating losses was 8 years ago at the Pyeongchang, South Korea Winter Olympics, where Flock became the first to not even medal after leading all 3 runs until the final run. For perspective, over the years, someone who leads all 3 runs has quite literally almost 100% chance to earn a podium spot. She was so close, but let it slip away. An unimaginable feeling that only feeds into the negative voices, the self-doubt, the critics. And I don't care who you are, having repeated failure, and failure like that where you were so close to attaining a goal, only lowers the confidence that you have and the willingness to give up. However, Flock's willingness to challenge those answers from the past led her to an Olympic gold that is so much sweeter and means so much more after not losing hope and pushing through the repeated failures.
Austria's Janine Flock. 2 games ago in Pyeongchang, she was leading after 3 runs and she didn't medal. The first Austrian woman to ever win a medal in skeleton. She's done it. Janine Flock.
Not losing hope is a key ingredient in overcoming anything, whether it's your 4th Olympics, coming back from failure, or going into your 1st Olympics, recovering from a devastating injury. Elizabeth Lemley had just that. Quite different from Janine though, finding success, a lot of success in her 1st Olympics. She won a gold medal in mogul ski freestyle and then bronze in duos mogul ski at the age of 20 years old. In solo freestyle, Elizabeth beat Jahara Anthony, one of the most decorated mogul skiers in the world. The road to these medals was not easy though, as she tore her ACL in late 2024 at a practice run in the World Cup opener. This ACL caused her to miss the following 2025 season and rehab back from square one. This is a rehab that only brings about mogul hills of challenges to navigate through and overcome, whether it's self-doubt, fear of re-injury, to mental demands, to simply time off the skis perfecting her craft. Elizabeth's story this year shows that setbacks can be devastating and uncontrollable, but do not have to dictate your future aspirations and what you can accomplish, and that you can excel after an injury and become way better than you were before. You cannot control many things in life, including an ACL injury, but what you can control is what you do after and how you look at it. And a determined recovery will only make you stronger for anything else thrown at you. Another uncontrollable obstacle that no one can escape and may seem to many like a barrier is aging. Dina Stelato's 2026 Olympic run was proof of this, showing that age does not have to be a barrier. Many years ago, Dina was considered a prodigy in the figure skating world out of Chicago, Illinois, raising immense expectations for her at a young age. However, injuries started to appear like a fractured ankle and a torn ligament in her foot, all being a piece of what guided her to retire from the competitive scene at 17 years old. Instead, she pursued a career as a medical esthetician and was a cosmetic professional in the Chicago area. For 16 years, this prodigy stayed away from the figure skating competition world until one day in 2016, she was at a work retreat and given a note card that had a question. The question was, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Her innate answer was to win an Olympic medal gold. After that, she decided to come back, finding success for many years, and ultimately got a Canadian citizenship to join her partner, Maxime Deschamps. Dina became the oldest figure skater in nearly a decade at 42 years old, competing in a sport where the average retired age is late 20s to early 30s. Dina did not cave into the outside perceptions or let what could be seen as a limitation stop her from trying. She showed that we can truly challenge our perceptions about what is possible and that it's never too late to chase your innate dreams. Because can you truly fail if you have the courage to try and attain those dreams? Forget her actually finding success in qualifying for the Olympics. Just having the courage to pursue her innate dream is inspiring, because all of us have dreams and aspirations, but many, including myself, do not try to chase those dreams or just even try to realize those dreams. So what can you do? What would you do if you could not fail? Do it, because even if you do fail at achieving that dream or what you set out to do, just by trying, you gain so much in experiences, gaining some grit, and will not be filled with the deep feeling of regret. Perspective is a powerful tool, and one of the best refiners is adversity. A great example of this is Jake Cantor's 2026 Olympic run. Jake ended up winning bronze in men's snowboard slopestyle, while his adversity and what he overcame gave him a brand new perspective that has helped him excel in a sport where pressure can crumble performance, as the opportunity to win a medal only happens every 4 years, leading to the majority of Olympians only making 1 or 2 in their lives, raising the pressure and stakes of trying to attain or do good and win a medal. What helps him thrive is the perspective that pressure is privilege. Jake was in a 6-day coma in 2016 from a trampoline incident where another kid jumped into him, hitting his head and actually having 4 fractures in his skull, and it nearly took his life. Cantor had to relearn how to walk, how to talk again. And all of that, it was a huge setback and a terrible incident, but he did not let that stop him from doing what he loved and excelling at it years later. All the hard times in return gave him a certain degree of gratitude at the Olympic Games, and to where he could be thankful for the demanding, daunting pressure of the Olympic Games. In an article by The Athletics, he was quoted as saying, quote, "I just took a step back and said, I was in a coma at 13 years old. I probably shouldn't be doubting myself as much as I am. Stop thinking and enjoy the moment." There's many great takeaways from Jake's Olympic story. I mean, for one, it shows that overcoming anything showcases how strong we truly are and can give us the motivation and courage to test the limits of ourselves. It also shows how resilient the human bodies are and that we can push through, and through mental fortitude, we can push through the hurdles that will meet us in the future. And those hurdles, those difficult times, shape who we are and gives us a reward that's so much more valuable than any medal. It's almost like fertilizer for your life. I mean, it can enrich your life by showing you what's more important, by making you more thankful for certain things, the beauty of life, making accomplishments more meaningful, and helping you define what's successful and meaningful to you. All 4 of these Olympians pursued something very challenging and demanding to try and attain a gold medal, competing against the best athletes around the world in a sport that they love. And yet, although not all of them attained a medal, each one of them did something incredible, inspiring, and impactful for their lives and other people's lives by overcoming their unique challenges that are so unique yet so familiar. Winning any type of medal, a gold medal, bronze medal, silver medal, is an amazing accomplishment, and I can only imagine the feeling of winning one of them, especially after what all goes into it. But the inner feeling of joy coming from pushing yourself, challenging your barriers, overcoming something is transformative, memorable, impactful, translatable. It's an amazing internal reward that is often overlooked when you look at external rewards like a gold medal. All these athletes from all over the world show that we can overcome the mountains before us and show how strong humans can be. That is where the beauty, the inspiration of the Olympic Games lies. Because these challenges are not just prevalent to Olympians, but for humans, whether it's injuries, health setbacks, unlucky circumstances, previous failures, self-doubt, time, age, expectations, pressure. They can seem so daunting, but we can overcome them. And by having the courage and just the will to try offers an exhilarating feeling that no medal can match. So instead of looking at obstacles, challenges as unclimbable or shattering, look at how much sweeter the ascent will be, no matter how far or how high up the ascent is. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it made you relook your challenges as something that can enrich your life and enrich your accomplishments.